Welcome to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. From my extreme right, we have Lana Parr. Lana, welcome back to the show. A few weeks ago, when we had our special guest Radan as in our live episode, we had a caller who asked you a question, direct question. How did it feel to be stretching? Was it too stressful? In fact, as an extension of that question, we have a chance today. Radan is back with us. I was just wondering if you could just help our viewers understand exactly what you've been through, with your knee replacement, and whether you find it very difficult to keep up with some postures.
Well, I have two knee replacements, and it's only been the last few weeks since I've met you. That you invited me to join. And I've always done a lot of exercises and walking, and climbing stairs.
That's a good one, yeah.
Third floor walk up, So, which was good exercise for the knees before, but I just needed something more, and I'm finding that this is happening very slowly with me, but hopefully it's working. It's a bit discouraging sometimes,
No, but that's okay. You know why? I think, and Radan, correct me if I'm wrong in my assumption, I think the reason you find that it feels difficult or you feel discouraged at times is because you're comparing yourself with the others.
I think so.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Just compare yourself with the way you were before, in the last episode. You're always improving. You're always doing better. So the moment you compare yourself with someone else, you're always going to fall short. Right. I find that with myself. I'd love to look like Cindy Crawford. I know I can't. So, it's okay. We all do the best we can. Make the most of what you have, and you're doing great.
Well, I appreciate the fact that I'm able to do that here.
Right, and you're doing really wonderful. There are times when you sit like this on your knees, and a lot of us have difficulty sitting like that for at least a couple of minutes while I keep jabbering away. So I've seen you do that. So you have a lot of knee strength. You're already very strong. No, you'll be fine. You're doing well. Right. But thank you for coming back.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. To my immediate left, we have someone who I dragged out of the control room, Beverly Fields. Is it Field or Fields? Fields. Beverly Fields. Beverly was one of our crew a few episodes ago when we had the live show, and in several other episodes before that as well. And we needed to make sure we had these mats full of energy. Some days are colder than others, some days are busier than others, and people may not turn up, but we always keep spare mats for you, so don't let that discourage you. Whether our mats are filled or not, we'll always make room for you. Beverly, welcome back. Tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
I would like to first thank you for giving me the opportunity to participate on your yoga show.
And I thought I dragged you here.
Yes, after having dragged me convincingly. And I would just say that I'm pursuing the cameras right now.
You're training on cameras?
Yes.
You're doing a great job in the control room as well, plus you know how to handle the phone. So, we need you everywhere. We need you in the control room, we need you on cameras, we need you here too.
Thank you.
So welcome.
I appreciate being here.
Thanks for being here. In our control room, before I introduce you to our special guest, we have a wonderful team together once again. Josiane Hurd, our director, thank you so much for being there, Josiane. We have Jabari Osaze, who disappeared from our radar for a long time, and he's now back with us. So thank you, Jabari, for coming back. We have, let me see who else we have. Oh, I dragged Beverly here. We have Adjo on camera. So control room, we have Josiane and Jabari. We have Adjo Mantabia on camera. And Kimball Hinton has decided to be our audience today. And he's also our unofficial photographer. So to the whole team, thank you so much. Roberta Espinel is responsible for the studio lights and the setup right here. For those of you who have not met our mascot, meet Oscar right behind. Oscar thinks we're all very too bright for him, so he's got his sunglasses on. Radan Sturm. Radan is Director of Training at Complete Body. Radan, I know even while we're taping right here in the studios, you're always heads down and you're busy creating programs for your various schools. How many centers or clubs do you have?
3. There's 3 commercial, and then there's also 8 residential gyms that we manage.
Wow.
Yeah, so some of these very fancy apartment buildings have gyms in them.
Mostly Midtown?
Midtown, downtown, uptown.
So you're all
over
the
town.
place.
So I know the subway system very well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe yoga in a subway.
Actually,
that would be good, right?
We've talked about that. Yeah, we used to have when in our first 40 or 50 episodes, when I was literally drafting people as they passed by, maybe even
just
standing
like
outside M&M, just like the way Beverly was dragged down. But Beverly, you'll feel fine in about not half a minute, but about 5-10 minutes, you'll be sweating. But yes, you're right. But we have talked about it, doing yoga in the subway. And I'm not talking about the regular yoga postures, not the full postures, but even
just
when
certain
they're standing.
Exercises.
Fold your knee in, and you have the Natarajasana with the balance postures, exactly. So we've talked about that. I've mentioned a few times about practicing the breathing. We have that Ujjayi breathing. Actually, having said that, I have to point out once I was sitting in the back of the bus one day, and I was practicing my Ujjayi breath. And you know how it's a deep guttural breath through the back of the throat? And people kept turning around because they thought I was having a heart attack. So it happens. But you just keep up with the practice. But yeah, so tell me something. Do you have any words of advice since the last time you came on the live show with us?
No, it was great to get some calls. And to answer some real-time questions.
That's right.
Because, we try and come up with things to talk about which are relative or relevant to viewers.
Right.
But to actually have people call in with specific questions is great.
They actually had a question for Lana as well, right? Which is good.
Yeah.
That was good. And right now you're planning programs for your various schools, for your various clubs.
Yeah, right now I'm in the process of developing a program called the Complete Body Program.
Right.
Which entails a little bit of yoga, a little bit of personal training, a little bit of nutrition. So we're trying to create a program that's holistic.
Right.
Because we realize that it's not just about one specific thing. So we want to be able to give our clients a whole spectrum.
True. That's
true. Yoga's a big part of that.
That's why we love having you here, because you believe in yoga so much. It's really good because our guests and our participants need to believe in what we're doing.
Well, maybe we should bring somebody in who doesn't, and then we'll
convert
them.
We'll convert them. So here's what we're going to do, and this is mostly dedicated to Beverly today because she very sportingly decided to come on. So Beverly, I promise to make you sweat. So we're all going to stand up. We're going to go through some standing stretches, maybe postures 1 through 19. If we are nice and dedicated about it, and we just flow through the 19 postures. And once you start sweating, Beverly, you're going to need that sweater of yours, so keep an eye on it.
I'm going to need it.
Oh, you are. Let's all stand up. Heels together. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, the pops and crackles, don't worry about it. Just air pockets. That's perfectly okay. Those are air pockets. And as I like to say, they're not Rice Krispies. So you will hear pops and crackles. And in fact, as we grow older, I hear that in my knees all the time. But every now and then, those of you who are younger, like Radan is, like Beverly is, if you hear pops and crackles, so that's fine. You hear rips and tears, call your doctor. Press your palms in, heels together, toes apart. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold from the hip. Bring your heels out so the insides of your feet are parallel to each other but 4 inches apart. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing in. Exhale and bend at the knees. This posture is dedicated to our guest on the extreme right, Lana Parr, because she can hold this longer than any of us can. Inhale, let's come up, and let's turn to face the front left of the mat. Bring your arms down, bring your legs about 3 feet apart. I'm going to go diagonal on the mat, and Beverly, you may want to do that too. Let's go diagonal. So you want to bring your left foot near the edge of the mat, front edge of the mat. That's it, so you have room to move. Now, once your feet are nice and secure on the mat, turn the right foot out the way Beverly has it, the way Radan and Lana have it. Upper body turns to face the side of the mat. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Radan, feel free to give us explanations of what we're doing, how it's helping us as we go. Lean a little to your right. Exhale, dip your right hand in front of the right ankle. Raise your left arm all the way up. So, Radan, where are we getting our stretches now? Is it the adductors, the inside of the...
Inside of the thigh,
Right.
of the leg that's at the front.
Right.
Yeah. And also it's a rotation exercise. So by lifting your chest up towards the ceiling, you'll feel your back stretch a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And so it's probably a back and inner thigh stretch.
And also, what about the tricep? Am I getting a tricep stretch because I'm putting my arm up?
No.
Nothing at all.
No, you might be getting a chest stretch
Okay.
and a shoulder stretch by rotating, but not the tricep, so it will be at the front of the shoulder.
Right, like this.
Like
Should
that.
Bring that back. Inhale, let's come up.
But
Arms at
your
shoulder.
knowledge of muscles is excellent.
Oh, yeah, I can...
Just the wrong one, but that's okay. That's why I'm here.
Exactly, that's why we have you. Exhale, bend the right knee. Keep exhaling. Dip your right hand in front of the right ankle. Left arm goes all the way up. Both palms face forward. Turn to look up at the tip of your fingers on the left hand, and then take your left arm all the way overhead to challenge yourself. Radan, what's happening to our bodies here?
Well, here you're starting to work the right leg a little bit more.
Okay.
So it's a strengthening exercise for the right leg, but it's also a nice stretch on the what we call the lats, which
the
are the
back of
muscles
the
that connect
shoulders.
the back to the arm.
Right.
And so by reaching the arm farther, you feel a stretch down your side,
Right.
which is a nice stretch. And it's a muscle that we never really stretch or think
And
of stretching.
How about if I show off my knowledge of the obliques? Am I getting a stretch in my obliques as
You
well?
are. Very good.
Yes.
Excellent.
Inhale, let's come up. Obliques, by the way, in case someone's forgotten, straighten your right knee, arms at shoulder height. Obliques are the muscles at your midpoint, right? The middle of the
here on the
waist.
side.
On the side of
And
the
they work
waist.
when you rotate your torso.
Ah, okay. So I'm going to do a few more twists now. Turn your right foot in, turn the left foot out. Lean a little to your left, exhale, dip your left hand in front of the left ankle, right arm goes all the way up. Turn to look at the raised arm, and then challenge yourself. Actually, no, not in this one, that's one step further. Inhale, let's come up. That's in the next posture. Exhale, bend the left knee. Keep exhaling. Dip your left hand in front of the left ankle. Right arm goes all the way up, and then challenge yourself. Take your right arm all the way overhead. Palm faces down. Turn your palm in, Beverly, and then go all the way overhead. That's it. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. Take it overhead. That's it. Go. Keep going. That's it. Beautiful. Now this time, Radan, same thing,
Same
right?
thing
Same
on
on
the
the
other
other side. Inhale. Let's come up. Straighten your left knee, turn your left foot in, exhale, and relax. Wiggle your feet a little closer. While we
Not
held
so
it-
cold now.
It's not so cold.
Yeah.
Actually, I should ask Beverly
2 minutes
that.
of
How do you feel?
exercise.
You're getting warmer. See, that's what's happening. Our chakras, our energy centers are rising. So we're all starting to feel a little sweaty on the inside. And this is a good sweat, right? It's not just about losing moisture. It's about
No,
heating up.
That's right.
So our batteries are getting recharged. Now we're going to continue to turn to face the front left of the mat. Bring your heels out just a little bit apart, about 3 to 4 inches, so the insides of your feet are parallel. Place both palms on your buttocks. Push your elbows back. Inhale, lift your chin up. Exhale, glide your palms down the back of your thighs. Bend your knees if you need to. You don't have to go very deep. Radan, any safety tips here?
Yeah, I think if you're not sure about it, I wouldn't go back at all. Just
Right.
hold the position with your hands on your buttocks,
And then
just
tighten the
hold and
buttocks,
tighten
is
the
it?
buttocks and hold
Inhale, let's come up.
and back up.
And then we're
The
gonna do a
motion,
little-
the motion of just rotating the shoulders back,
Right.
is-
That itself gives a
that
nice
itself is a
sway,
nice
right?
stretch.
Yeah, that's true. That's
rather
true.
than having to bend back so far.
Now, for those of you who did go back a little bit, you may want to do a little bit of a side twist. Even for the rest of us, you can do a little bit of a side twist to ease any potential tension in your spine, and then bring your legs out. This is a bit of an intense forward fold as well, so you want to go diagonal. And Radan, you're very tall, so you may want to go forward there, so Lana and I don't hit you. And then bring your legs out a little further apart than you normally would, and then put your brakes on. Remember, bring your toes in so you don't slip. Beverly, you're very tall as well, so get diagonal. Put your left foot closer to the edge of your mat, and bring this leg all the way out. Bring this leg, that's it, beautiful. As long as you have your toes in, you're fine. Yeah? Inhale the arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Actually, stay there. I might just loan you, just in case you need that. I know I would love to use one of these. Lana, you may not want this, but I'm just going to give you one anyway. Radan, there's one for you there. Exhale, fold from the hip. I'm going to try and bring my feet further out. Make sure your toes are turned in. Before I actually use the block, I'm going to try and touch the mat, the floor, with the top of my head. Now, if that happens for me today, that's great. If it doesn't, and you're feeling a little tired, I'm going to bring my feet a little closer and use the block. First at its lowest point, or you can use at midpoint or at the highest orientation. Depends on what is the state of your body today.
Can we use 2 blocks?
Absolutely, one on top of the other. Oh, you mean 2 blocks height-wise, one on top of the other? Wherever you are today, that's fine, as long as we make that connection, Radan, as long as we have something. Because if we don't touch the top of the head onto something, blood rushes the head, and that's where hypertension builds up. Let's inhale. Press with your palms, bring your feet a little closer. Bring your palms together. Inhale, come up with a straight back. That's a good question. We don't have to go down all the way, just so long as you keep the top of your forehead connected. Exhale and release. Wiggle your feet a little closer. Let's turn to face the front of the mat. Heels are together, and Beverly, you may want to come forward. Let's stagger ourselves. Radan, you may want to come forward. Lana and I can go back on this one. Heels together, toes apart, palms in front of your chest. Press your palms in. We have Kimball Hinton in the audience. So Kimball, if you have any questions for Radan, even though we're not a live show today, feel free. He's here. His expertise is at our disposal. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, dip to the right. Actually, Ajla, you're welcome to ask questions as well. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, bring your palms in front of your chest. Palms are facing down. Devora, we do have a spare mat for you too, my dear. The insides of your feet are parallel to each other, so make sure you have about 4 to 6 inches between the soles, the insides of your feet. Elbows are raised, palms are facing down. Exhale and swing the right arm all the way out. Keep your hips where they are, keep your feet where they are. Thank you, Radan.
I don't want to knock you out.
I don't, exactly.
Well, I do, but I want to make it look like an accident.
After the show, you want to make it look like an accident. Exhale, bring your right arm out. Follow the tip of your fingers with your eyes. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, to the left. Inhale, back to the center. This time, take your hips with you. Notice the difference. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale and release. Lana, this time you may want to bring the chair a little closer to you. I know Jabari is not going to be too happy if we have it throughout the show, so Jabari and Josiane, apologies in advance, just for the balance. Now transfer your weight to the right leg. Turn your left knee out to the side. Right hand is on the right hip for balance. Inhale, raise the left foot. Are we getting any benefit out of balance postures, Radan?
Yeah, a huge amount. You're improving your balance,
okay,
for one. It's a lot of strength work as well.
So you don't have to go all the way up.
So you'll feel the ankle of the foot that's on the ground,
I do.
or the leg working,
Ah.
and the more balanced you become, the less that will be. So it's good strength, it's good balance. You'll notice if you look at one spot on the ground,
Right.
you'll be more balanced.
That helps so much. Look at a point in front
And
of
if
it.
it's too easy, you can close your eyes for the extra challenge.
That I'm not ready for. I'm not ready for that. Once
Next
you've
week.
got your foot all the way up or even at your calf or your ankles, place both palms. Look at a point in front of you that doesn't move. Both palms in front of your chest. Inhale. Take your arms up. And Lana, feel free to use the chair on one side. And then for those of you who want to face Radan's challenge, close your eyes.
I don't even
Radan,
want to face
I'm
my
not-
challenge.
I'm not going to do that today. Actually, you know what? Let's try it. Close
Okay,
your
ready?
eyes. Oops, 1 second. That's enough for me. Open up your palms, very gently, palms back together. Exhale and release. Let's
Much more
lower the left leg. What's that?
It's much more difficult with eyes shut.
It is. It is with your eyes closed. You know why? Because when we have our eyes closed, we have no focus point. That's what it is. All of us need a focus point. That's why people who meditate a lot, they're able to focus and they can hold this. This is considered, how do I say this? When people ask for a boon from Lord Shiva, they stand on one leg for days on end till they get what they want with their eyes closed. So can you imagine how much focus they must have?
Amazing.
I don't want any boons from anyone. All I want to do is to be able to stand upright with my eyes closed. But that's not happening today. Transfer your weight to the left leg. Left hand on the left hip. Turn the right knee out to the side. And Beverly, remember, Lana, you may want to do you want to bring the chair on this side? You're okay? Maybe Radan can just bring it over on this side because you're moving on this side. Beverly, you don't have to go all the way up if you're not very familiar with this posture yet. I think you can do it eventually, you just don't know what to expect. So today you can just place your right foot at your left ankle or your left calf. So right now we're going to try and go all the way up. If you can, that's great. If not, lower is fine. Just don't put it on the knee. Turn your right knee out to the side. Inhale, raise the right foot. Hold on to your right ankle with the right hand. Attach the sole of the right foot to the inside of your upper left thigh. Now,
I find that it helps to push the foot into the leg.
I remember you mentioned that. That's right. What am I doing? So I'm actually...
For me, it helps me engage my buttocks and it helps me
Okay.
engage my abs, and it kind of sandwiches me in
Okay.
just by pushing in this direction.
So it's like putting one of those tools. And
Yeah, it just creates a bit of tension.
Creates tension right there. Okay. And it's a kind of a happy tension, hopefully.
Heavy tension.
Now, when you're ready, place both palms in front of your chest. Thank you, Edja. Inhale, raise your arms up, open up your palms, and if you want to take it a little further, feel free, close your eyes. Not sure I'm ready, but I'm going to try. Okay, 1 second, that's enough. Both palms together. Exhale and release. Very gently lower the right leg. I'm going to shake it out a little bit, let the blood flow. We do remember, you have to keep in mind that in the studios, our holding times are much longer than you would when you do it at home. You don't have to hold it that long. But it's also a good test because we are workshopping it just for you. Place your right foot. Say again?
I have a question.
For Radan, go ahead.
Sure.
Are there any particular exercises that are better for a pregnant woman?
It depends what stage of the pregnancy.
Okay.
So there's certain exercises that you want to avoid completely. And it's best to speak to a professional before you pick up something new. So my advice would be if you've been somebody that's been walking 3-4 times a week before you became pregnant, then it's totally safe to continue to do that. One thing you don't want to do is change what you do when you become pregnant. So don't start exercising 3-4 times a week because you feel like you have to now keep
Stay in
fit.
shape, yeah.
So you should be just doing a continuation of what you've been doing, and then it's totally safe. But
That's- that's
and
a
if
good
you ever
reminder.
if you ever want to pick up something new, I would get professional advice before you do something new.
Right.
But
There is one thing in yoga, though, that we say, and by all means, that's exactly what we should be doing, is to consult a physician or someone who's professionally qualified to do that. In yoga, we do say one thing, though. You want to avoid inversions when you're pregnant. So you don't want to do postures where your head will go down and your butt or your legs would go up. So no headstands, no shoulder stands, because that actually makes the fetus go upside down, so you don't want to breach. But that's the only
Yeah.
part of yoga, but in yoga that we advise people not to do that.
And they're also asking, could you please have a show for pregnant women?
We need to get,
be
if you
good.
can bring
More
them,
airtime.
bring them in, we'll practice with them. Bring your right leg out to the front, but good question, thank you, Kimball. Left leg goes back, both feet face the front of the mat. Transfer your weight to the right leg, so lean forward. Inhale the arms, press your palms in, inhale your arms all the way up. Now, exhale, dip your torso, raise your left leg. Look at a point that doesn't move. Inhale, let's come up. Lower the leg, and then let's switch legs. Keep your arms where they are, bring the left leg forward, take the right leg back. I believe we may have about three minutes. We might be able to do the balance postures. Lean forward, transfer your weight to the left leg. Exhale, dip your torso, raise your right leg. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale, and release. To balance that stretch going back, and we actually did, are we supposed to have got a little bit of a quad stretch in that one?
In that one? No, it's
Yeah.
more a hamstring stretch.
More a hamstring.
Yeah. Generally bending forward from the hips
Okay.
stretches the back of the body.
What?
Bending
That- I know
backwards
that.
from your hips stretches the front,
Front
of the body.
Okay.
So it's pretty
also,
basic.
when the torso goes down,
Yeah.
the leg goes back, but it's really the hamstrings that are getting a stretch.
Of the leg that's on the
The
ground.
back of the leg. Oh, I see. I see
Yeah.
what you mean. Okay.
So the leg
got
that's
it.
in the air is not doing anything, but
Right.
the leg that's on the ground, as you come forward, it stretches the
I
back.
was wondering what. Yeah. Okay.
And if you go back, it stretches the
that
front.
stretches the front. Makes
Yeah.
sense. Makes sense. See, that's why we need
Simple.
you here. You need to
Yeah.
come more often. Okay, we have another posture that'll help balance the previous one. Left hand on the left hip. Transfer your weight to the left leg. Inhale, raise the right foot. Hold on to the right big toe. Exhale and extend. And then if you want to challenge yourself more, take your right leg out to the side. Inhale, bring your right leg back in. Exhale and release. Now, if you do not hold your toes, especially Lana, you've got socks on, you could hold on to your right ankle as well. You could try that on the other
I
side.
used to do those skating when we were skating.
Oh,
when I
yeah.
was a child, but that's many years ago.
Well, you never really forget them. It'll all come back. I'm sure it'll come back. It's like me trying to do cycling. I tried to ride a bicycle some time back. I used to ride a bicycle when I was little. All of a sudden, I think it's a fear of falling as you grow older. I just felt I couldn't do it, but I think it'll come back.
Yeah.
Right hand on the right hip. Inhale, raise the left foot, hold on to the left big toe. Exhale and extend. Take your left leg out to the side, and Beverly, I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm not even going to come that far. Inhale, exhale, and release. One last balance posture. I think we do have the luxury. We've got the credits rolling, so we have one more posture we could sneak in. Keep your weight transferred on the right leg. Hold on to the left ankle from behind. So you're going to hold on to the left ankle. Lana, use a chair on your right side this time. So you can place your right hand on the chair. You're good. Oh, okay, that works. Inhale, raise the right arm up. Exhale, dip your torso, raise the left knee. Now, if you want to go deeper the way Beverly is aiming to do, you could. If your balance is good, you could go all the way down. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. Let's switch legs and we'll complete this posture while we're getting into the posture on the other side. I'd like to thank our crew, our director, Josiane Hurd. Assisting Josiane in the control room, we have Jabari Osaze. On camera, we have Adja Mantabia. Kimball Hinton, thank you so much for being part of our audience today. On behalf of Beverly Fields, Lana Parr, and our special guest, Radan Sturm, this is Banu Suresh signing off. You are watching Yogaxpress. Stay in touch with Radan. He will share some great tips, and come and stretch here with him. If you want to come here, have a little Radan fan club. Transfer your weight to the left leg. Left hand on the left hip. Inhale, raise the right foot, hold on to the right ankle. Inhale, raise your left arm,